I'd like to now introduce Duco Events' original founder and director, David Higgins. David.
All right, so thank you everyone for coming today. Appreciate being here at this time. As you can see, we're adhering to government regulations for safety still. As Scott mentioned, I'm David Higgins from Duco Events, and I'm here to announce and confirm that Joseph Parker versus Junior Farr is finally happening on Friday, 11 December at Spark Arena in Auckland, New Zealand. Personally, I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with boxing. It's caused me a lot of stress. I've got a sense of deja vu standing here. 12 years ago, it was Tua Cameron. I was an unlikely lad trying to promote the biggest fight in New Zealand history. People said it couldn't happen. I'd go bankrupt. I nearly did, but the rest was history. It set a record. I was so scared of the media that I paid Ian Fraser to front the media for me, and he did a good job. But since then, we've had a wonderful relationship with Joseph Parker and his family. We've won 2 world titles in boxing. It's taken us all over the world. I had a few death threats along the way, and it saved our company then, and maybe it's going to do it again now. So it's sort of deja vu. Here we are again, still an unlikely lad with still not much money, but trying to give it a crack again. So, we've had no events for 8 months. During this pandemic, but I'm not alone. I think many New Zealand businesses are suffering, and also around the world. And so I think New Zealand's handled the situation well. It's great to be going back to level 1 tomorrow, I think. And so we've got to give kudos to the government because it's hard to make decisions under those circumstances. So I think collectively as business people, we can't give up. We've got to fight our way out and try and think of ways to stay in business and employ people. We're all in it together, and that's kind of how this came about. There's been a lot of collaboration, cooperation, and people that have helped make this happen. So this particular matchup, believe it or not, will be a global event. Could be watched by 1 billion people in 100 countries. So we've had to negotiate and get the backing of Eddie Hearn Matchroom Boxing out of London. That's Joseph Parker's promoter. And they're going to distribute the event globally on live television. And, similarly, Lou DiBella, Junior Farr's promoter, is based out in New York. And both of them deserve our acknowledgement and thanks for coming to the table. And then Mark Cadell, Junior's manager, I've known 12 years, very good businessman in his own right, and, look forward to working with Mark. Why is this the biggest fight in New Zealand history? Well, I've actually now qualified to make that statement, the biggest fight in New Zealand history. You've got Joseph Parker, who's a household name now, a living legend now, WBO world champion for a year or two there, still ranked number 3. And I'm very grateful to Joseph Parker and his family for their faith in me, and I'd like to thank his father for praying for me every Sunday, wherever you are, Dempsey. Junior Farr, he's a lovely, humble guy also, and he's taller, he's got longer reach. They fought twice as amateurs with 2 wins each. Now they're fighting for the first time as professionals. So Junior's current WBO world number 6, and we're grateful to Junior and his team for stepping up. So this is about, for me, this promotion is about collaboration, cooperation, getting everyone together, a can-do attitude. We're all in it together. A lot of people have taken risks to make this happen. It could be one of the first major events like this in the world with crowds. We're celebrating Kiwi, Samoan, Tongan athleticism. The event's about diversity. It's making a statement about New Zealand coming back after the pandemic as a world leader. So it's a great story there. And so anyway, a few thank yous and acknowledgements really to my Aria for her support, to my own Duco team who have worked really hard, and that's past and present Duco employees who've been through a lot to help us make this happen and to get here. Rachel Carroll, our CEO in Australia. We've set a level playing field so that the best man can win. And then finally, I want to acknowledge the Chow family and Stonewood Homes, who were the last piece of the puzzle. If it wasn't for Stonewood Homes, we wouldn't be standing here today. They've stepped up to sponsor the boxing event, and a lot of companies are a bit scared to sponsor boxing, but you know, this is going to create jobs, profile for New Zealand, economic development, enjoyment, good role models, etc. So the Chow brothers and Vicky have stepped up Stonewood Homes, and we're very grateful to them also, and I'll let them speak about what they do. I think John Chow is going to jump up and have a few words, so thank you very much.